My name is Christopher. I have HSV2 down here. And disclaimer, this is not medical advice. If you want less information, talk to a doctor. Okay, now this is why rejection when it comes to herpes doesn't actually matter. Now, as a guy, rejection is a part of life. As a girl, rejection is a part of life. And I think that when people get rejected for herpes, they feel worse about it. And that's understandable because it's something you can't change and it's something like a flaw now, but it's not really a flaw. And we have to start thinking of it as such a common thing and something that doesn't really make a lot of sense for us to take personally. Now, here is why. I personally don't find that having herpes is a bad thing. Don't get herpes, but it's completely within your control to decide whether or not you're going to let this loom over you for your whole life, or if you're just going to be accepting of it eventually and then just go forward with your new circumstances. And when it comes to dating girls, I'm usually the one pursuing them. Guys are usually pursuing girls, and oftentimes 99% of the girls you pursue don't lead anywhere. So I think guys are sort of used to rejection, and that's sort of why I've been able to disassociate like rejection in general from rejection from herpes, because it speaks more in general just as the concept of like someone doesn't like you enough to be with you, but as long as you know you have value, it doesn't really make a difference. And this is why for girls, rejection should be a good thing. So if you're looking for something long-term, ladies, honestly, if a guy's looking for something short-term, maybe herpes was a great filter. Maybe you used this filter as a way to weed out the people who don't actually like you for you. Because if a guy kind of doesn't want to pursue something long-term, they're probably just looking for a body and not necessarily looking for you. So another way to think about this is like if someone rejects you for your herpes, they're not looking to date you, they're looking to date someone without herpes, or they're looking to fling with someone without herpes because the risk is obviously not worth like the reward. But that doesn't say that you are not a great reward. You are a great reward. It's just that the wrong person came along, and that's why rejection doesn't matter. And to just go on this topic a little bit more, what if the possible rejection from someone was a good thing? Because there's people out there who are toxic or judgmental, and you typically find this out with your herpes rejection as opposed to later down the line when they cheat or have other terrible traits or their negative personality traits come up later after you've wasted months or even years with them. The other concept of the whole rejection may not be a bad thing is like if someone is judgmental or finds the topic of herpes kind of gross or off-putting, maybe this means they don't prioritize their own sexual health enough to even get tested for anything. So possibly them rejecting you for herpes saved you from getting something far worse or more damaging to your health because they themselves have never been tested for anything. Keep that in mind. Just some ideas to think about. Love you, miss you, hope you're doing well. Extra help in the description box.